Okay, we convert this to a fraction first. You know how to convert this mixed fraction to a fraction? You multiply 121 with 10 and you divide this by 121 into 10 plus 86 and you divide this by 121. That is how you convert a mixed fraction to a improper fraction, and this is equal to plus 86 divided by 121, which is equal to which is 1296 divided by 121. Okay, Kripa and Sharmista, please look for those who are not in your class who have might have entered the room. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so this is we have converted this to an improper fraction. Okay, now what we do is we prime factorize 1296. 162 again divisible by 2, 81. Then this is divisible by 3. Always whenever you are prime factorizing, please use the lowest factors.
Sir, we can't hear you.
Turn off all your audios, you will be able to hear me. Turn off all your audios. Only when you speak, you turn it on. So this is and remember whenever you are prime factorizing, you will always use the lowest factors. For example, 81. You can divide it by 9 also, but we'll use 3 because 3 is the lower factor. So we have prime factorized this. Now we have prime factorized the numerator. Now we'll prime factorize the denominator. This is 11 into 11. This is easy. Okay. So therefore, what do you get? 10 by 121 is equal to 1296 divided by 121 is equal to how many pairs here? So what we get here is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 divided by 11 into 11, which can also be written as 2 square into 2 square into 3 square into 3 square divided by 11 square, which in turn can be written as 11 and a whole square. So therefore, we have got this 1086 by 121 is equal to this. So therefore, square root of 1086 by 121 is equal to the square root of What should be the square root? We have all multiplication signs under the radical and a square here. So therefore, the square will be removed. So only we have 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 divided by 11, which is 6 into 9, 4 into 9. 36 by 11. Okay, so this is your answer. Now remember, when you have a square root here and you have multiplication signs only within this, only then you will be able to remove the square root. Otherwise, if you have a plus sign within a square root this way, then you will not be able to remove the square root. Okay, remember this. You had a plus sign and you also had a whole square. That is why you were able to remove. But you have it, if you have it like this, a plus b by c whole square, then you can remove the square root. Okay, remember this. With this, we move on to the next one. Decimal number 2, 56.25. Okay, we convert this to a fraction. We convert this to a fraction, 5625 divided by 100. Because if you are shifting two places of decimal on the right, you have to divide it by 100. You have to take two zeros in the denominator, right? So all of you know this, I assume. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll again prime factorize the numerator and the denominator. 5625. Is it divisible by 3? Yes. So this is 3 1, 3 8, 3 7, 5, 3 6, 3 2, 5. Now it goes with 5. 5 1, 2, 5. 5, and then you have 25. Okay, so we have prime factorized the numerator. Now you can either write 100 as 10 square or you can prime factorize 100 also.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So there's someone named connecting in the meeting. Yes, sir. So we don't know who it is named connecting.
Fine, I've removed him.
Okay, sir.
5. So you just keep an eye on whoever you don't know. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this is 5625 prime factorized as 3 into 3. These two pairs, these two pairs, these two pairs into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. And in the denominator, we have 2 into 2. Okay. So this can be written as 3 square into 5 square into 5 square divided by 2 square into 5 square. 3 into 5 into 5 divided by
আমিও কিছু করতে পারছি না, এটা
2
আমার
into
মিটিং না,
5.
যা আমি কিছু করবো। শো করা বন্ধ করি মোটা।
This is this whole square. Okay, so therefore square root of 56.25 is the square root of, in fact what we have done is we have expressed 56.25 as a perfect square. Okay, because here the power is 2. So therefore this is 3 into 5 into 5 by 2 into 5 whole square. Okay, which is 3 into 5 into 5. So you remove the square because it is a perfect square under a radical, under a square root. So what you simply get is this, so which is 15 into 5, 75 divided by 10, which is 7.5. Now, as I told you, instead of prime factorizing 100, you could also have written directly this as 10 square also, 10 into 10. Okay, so no problem. You can prime factorize, safer to prime factorize than writing directly, because this writing directly will not be applicable for all the numbers. Okay, sometimes the denominator will not be so convenient. So, any question with this prime factorization of mixed fraction and decimal?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
We'll proceed now to the division method, the most important method, and which is you will be requiring mostly. Okay. To start with, I have given you 4 very simple examples on division method of finding square roots. Okay. Let's say find out the square root of 729. Very simple number, 729 by division method. Okay. So what you do here is, first of all, in division method, you write 729 and you make your, okay, the column and the row for division. Next, what you do is you see that there is a decimal point here, isn't it? And then the zeros will follow after 729. So what you do is, the number that you have before the decimal points, you start pairing them. You give bars like this. You start pairing them. So 29 is one pair. 7 does not form a pair. So what we are going to do here is we are going to add a 0 here, and then we are going to make this a pair. Okay. So remember, the pairing has to be done from the decimal. That is, pairing you will do in this direction. Starting from here in this direction, and later we'll see that when the decimal numbers are there, in order to find the square root of decimal numbers, we'll start from this point only towards this. Okay, so we don't have anything in this direction, we only have in this direction. So what we'll do is we'll start from the decimal here and we'll start pairing, okay, in twos. So we start pairing. This we have paired 29.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
So we can only pair the numbers before the decimal, right?
only pair the numbers before the decimal. What do you mean before the decimal?
So
Suppose
we
if you
can
have,
also pair the numbers
yes, after the decimal, suppose if you had something like this, 729.2369, suppose, then what would you have done is you have started from, you will start from this point, the decimal will be a middle point, okay, and you will start pairing in this direction. So you will pair these two, okay, and you will pair these two. Now again, this is your, this will be a starting point again. When you start in this direction, you will pair this way. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So we don't have anything here. Okay, so we pair these two, 7 and 29. Now we'll start. The first thing that you must do here is that you will see the first pair, 0, 7, this pair, this number 7. Now tell me, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 2, 3 square is 9, right? Now see, 1 is less than 7, 2 is less than 7, but 9 is greater than 7. So you will take the number, you will take a perfect square that is just less than 7. Okay, so this is 2.
So how is 2 square 2?
Yes,
So 2 square will be 4.
sorry, 2 square is 4. Yes, 2 square is 4, but still it is less than 7. So you will take 2 square as you'll take the just the perfect square that is just less than 7. The perfect square that is just less than 7 is 4. So you will take 2 into 2 as 4. Okay, this 2 will be written somewhere in between here, between 0 and 7. Okay, so you have written 0, 4, you get 3. Okay, so here you have got 2. Next what you do is you take this number, this 2. Okay, you double this number. What is the double of 2? Double of 2 is 4. You write it here. Okay, just adjacent to 3. And you take these two, this pair, this 2 9 pair, you take it down. Okay, next you have to insert a digit here. A digit, remember, a digit. A digit means either 1 or 2, 3, any digit between 0 to 9. You have to insert here such that whatever digit you insert here, when you multiply the number by that digit, it must give you a number that is just less than 329. Okay, for example, let us say if I'm placing 1. So let us say I place 1 here. Okay, so what you will do is you will multiply 41 with 1 to get 41. Okay, but 41 is much less than 329. Next what you will do is you'll place the digit, instead of placing 1 you'll place 2. Okay, so you'll place 2 here, 42, and you multiply 42 with the digit that you have placed, 2. You get 84. Again 84 is much less. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll place another digit, say 3. Okay, and with the number 43 formed, we multiply this with the digit that we have placed, 3. You will get 129. Again 129 is much less than 329. Next what you do is you place the number, the digit 4. 44 you are getting, and 44 you multiply with the digit that you have placed. So this is 16, 176. Again 176 is much less than 329. So you try with 5. 45 you are getting, and you multiply 45 with 5. You're getting 200 or 225. Now you're getting 225 you're getting. Okay, so 225 is again much less than 329. We want to take a number just less than 329. Okay, so we'll try with 6. 46, and now I'll multiply 46 into 6. So 46 into 6 will give you your 276. Okay, so again 276 is close to 329, but I don't know whether it is too close. So what I'll do here is I'll I'll take one more digit, maybe I'll take 7. So 47 into 7 is 329. So we are getting 329, exactly 329 we are getting. 47 into 7. So we'll take this 7, we'll keep this 7 here, and we'll write this 7 here also. 329. Okay, better write 0. So therefore what you write is square root of 729 is equal to 27. Any question?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
I will take
No,
other
sir.
examples also. Let me take the next example also. 7396. Maybe that will make you a little make this concept a little more clear. 7396. Let's take this. Seven three nine six. Okay. Now you have a decimal point here. Okay. So you make your division table in this manner. Okay. And you have a decimal point here. So you start pairing numbers. This is one pair. This is the other pair. Okay. Now 73 we have. We look at the first pair. This 73. Okay. In this pair, which perfect square, which square number is the closest to 73? You have 1 square equal to 1, 2 square equal to 4, 3 square equal to 9, 4 square equal to 16, 5 square equal to 25, 6 square equal to 36, 7 square equal to 49, 8 square equal to... Yes, what happened? 8 square equal to 64, 9 square equal to 81. Now you see that 73 is less than greater than, just greater than 64, but 81 is greater than 73. 64 is just less than 73, but when I taking the next perfect square, next square number 81, it is getting greater than 73. So what we'll do is we'll choose 64. So we'll write 8 into 8 is equal to 64. Subtract, you'll get a 9 here. Okay. Next, what you do, you double this number 8 to get 16. And now we are going to place a digit here. And you also bring these two digits down, this pair, this 96 pair, you bring it down. Now we are going to take a digit here. Okay. Exactly in the same manner. So let's try. First digit we take is 1. So once, let me place a 1 here. 161. And you multiply it with 1. Get 1, 6. And you get a 1. 161. Okay. Which is much less than 996. Next digit that we try is 2. So this is 162 into 2. 324, which is again much less than this 996. So we try 3. And then you have 163, and you multiply 163 with 3 to get 489. 489 is again much less than 996. So we try 4. So 164 into 4. 656. Right? 656. 656 is again much less than 996. So we'll try 5. So 165 into 5. 32, 825. Okay. 825 is very close to 996, but let's see whether it is as close to 996 or not. Okay, so let us try another one. Let us try 6 here. So 166 into 6, 36, and exactly you're getting 996. Okay, so we keep this 6 here, and this 6 we write here also between 9 and 6. 996, this becomes 0. So therefore we write square root of 7396 is 86. Okay, any question here?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
You will
No,
actually have to
sir.
do it with your, you will actually have to do it with your own hands to have
No,
confidence. You might understand all this, but you actually have to do it with your on your own. Okay, let's try out the next one. We have time? Let's see. 59049. Draw your division table. Okay, start pairing. Your decimal point is here. Okay, you start pairing from the left. This pair, and you have only a 5. So what you do is you add a 0 here, and you pair it with 5. Okay, so that's the pairing is done. Now what you do is you see a 5 here. Consider the first pair, 5. So 5, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. So you see 9 is greater than 5. So we consider this 2 square equal to 4. So 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Subtract 1 and bring down the other pair 1. So 90 we bring down, and next you double this 2, you write it here 4. Now we are going to insert this digit here. So let's try. Let's insert 1 first. 1. Now 41 into 1 is 41. Let's write 1 here. Oh, not now. Well, you have to try this one more time. 41 into 1, which is much less than 190. Let us try 2. 2. Now we have 42 into 2, which is 84, which is again much less than 190. We will try 3. 3. 43 into 3, 129, which is quite close to 190. But we'll try one more. We'll try 4 also. 4. 44 into 4 is 176. So 176 is very close to 190. Okay. But just to understand, we'll try 5 also. I will take 176. But we'll try 5 also. Just to understand. 45 into 5. This is 225. Now you see 176 is just less than 190. But 225 here is greater than this 190. So therefore we consider 176. Okay. So what you do here is you take 44 into 4. Take 44 here. You place the digit 4 here. It becomes 44. And 44 into 4 we had got as 176. So you place 4 somewhere in between here. So you get 176. 4, 1. So you get 14. Okay. Now we bring down the third pair, 49. Bring down this pair, 49. And next, this, the number that is formed, this is 24. You double 24, how much do you get? 48. Now we'll place a digit here once again. Okay. And see what works. So let us place 1 here first. Place 1 here. So let me just erase this part. Fine. So we have placed 1. So we have got 481. 481 into 1 is 481, which is much less than 1449. So now we'll place our next digit, which is 2. 2. So 482 into 2 is 964. Again, which is much less than 1449. Okay. So we'll try with 3 again. 483 into 3. 3 into 3, 9. 8, 3, 24 to 1449. So exactly 1449 we are getting here. So we'll keep this 3 here and we'll write this 3 here also. At 1449. I'm getting a 0. So therefore, square root of 59049, we write this as 243. This one. Okay. So this is your required square root.